everybody. Thank you again for joining us. I'm excited about this event because it's the first time that we are doing it for Black Business Month. And I'm very excited for everyone that is joining us tonight. And tonight we are celebrating Black Business Month with Empowered Ventures, and we're shining a spotlight on franchising. So the journey to franchising, we're going to start with Nika Fouquet. We also have Rod Wheeler from Ace Hardware, and we have Austin Tim. So I'm going to let Nika start. Please, Nika, can you tell us about yourself, background, and how you come into franchising?
So I got into franchising because I wanted to own my own business. At the time, I had 2 young kids, and I wanted to have the flexibility. I like the idea of running a business. I was just always attracted to the concept of it. And I also like marketing. I really enjoy that aspect of it. And I like setting up protocols, weird little things. And I really actually enjoy project management. So all of those came together under this franchise that I found. And it allowed me to have the flexibility and build a business, which I did starting back in 2013. And so cut now to 2023. And I service the West Coast as far as the west side of Los Angeles. So Santa Monica, Culver City, Westchester, Pacific Palisades. And we place tutors with families in their homes. So it is a white glove service. So we're a local tutoring boutique, and we are very mindful in how we match our tutors with our families, and our tutors go to the family's home. So that's Tutor Doctor.
My background is not hardware, believe it or not, even though I own an Ace Hardware store and an Ace Handyman location. My background is law enforcement. I've been a cop for the past 25 years here in Washington, D.C., and most of the time I spent working in homicide as a homicide detective. And so quickly, the way that I made the transition into what I'm doing now, I actually owned other businesses back during the 90s, during my days on the police department. I used to own a chain of shoe stores called Athletic USA. And that was my first, try, if you will, at entrepreneurship. And so fast forward, I decided to, right before COVID hit, things started slowing down for I got a couple of other businesses. So things started slowing down. I was traveling quite a bit. And so I decided to invest in another type of franchise.
I'm a executive leadership and business coach with the Focal Point organization. And what led me to that organization specifically was I had some criteria about what I wanted to do after I left my career in corporate America, a refugee of sorts, like so many of us. And the thing that I really wasn't interested in was a brick and mortar location, maybe a number of employees and some other things like that. And so this coaching franchise was ideal for me because it was one of the few opportunities out there that allowed me to bring all of the accomplishments and successes I had in my corporate career and bring them to bear in a business format that allowed me to sort of make a somewhat easy transition from what I was doing again in corporate America to helping being a leadership coach and a small business coach.
First, just want to say thank you very much, Tamika, just for having us today. The work that you do for those seeking franchise ownership and profitable models that fit their lifestyle is a thankless profession. So again, just thank you so much for what you do, okay?
Can you share your personal journey and experience as a Black entrepreneur in the franchising industry?
I did work with a franchise consultant, and finding the right one who listens to you, really takes the time to understand like what your goals are and what kind of things align with those goals and what you're looking for, because they can really cut through the noise and present to you some options that will align with your core values. And that's actually really going to be, for me, that was a very critical part. I wanted to be part of a company that supported my core values and that I was part of a community. And that's not everybody's goals. Everybody's got different goals. So when you're looking at franchises, you have to determine your personal goals and what will align with that.
We really like working with coaches because we know that we can focus on our brand and that you're going to get them in that right frame of reference and help them to do a better job of researching our brand. So from that perspective, we very much, and you're a VIP when you come into our organization. And if someone's just going to the internet and trying to get information from a franchise company, they're unlikely to get a comprehensive response back, because when we've got someone to talk to from someone like you, Tamika, we know that that person is serious and they're being coached in a good way. So I would like you to add that from a franchisor's perspective, and I think it's valid.
How can franchisors and the industry as a whole better support and promote diversity and inclusion?
So I believe that over the last decade or so, the franchise community has become more intentional by fostering better relationships with people of all walks of life. With that said, I think that we can do an even better job of fostering those relationships, upping the ante, if you will. But we can also do a better job at hosting virtual learning sessions like you're doing today, specifically to those in the minority communities and aspiring people looking to go into business for themselves. Let me suggest this, that we look at going into colleges, we look at going into universities and offer lunch and learn sessions. And this will heighten that particular awareness and the possibilities that are probably endless. So again, I think it comes down to what fit is the best fit for me at the end of the day. But I think that that's going to be a good way in promoting diversity, is getting out into the communities, getting out to the colleges and universities and promoting more.
What would you say are some of the key trends or opportunities within the franchising industry that entrepreneurs should be aware of?
Probably, I would say maybe over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see a rise with on-demand services. Consumers are not only wanting better service, but they want service on demand, and they want to be able to access their smartphones. They want to be able to access their tablets as quickly as possible and be able to get what they want when they want it. I believe also, in the business that I'm in, we are going to see a rise of conversational AI and digital transformation. So more and more companies are beginning to embrace this type of technology, where machine learning and natural language processing is being used to enable computers and software to communicate with people in a natural and human-like manner. So this trend is going to grow, and it's going to help organizations to have better customer service and increase their overall profitability. So with that said, Douglas, I really want to go back real quickly to what Amnika said to add on to that, is that with many franchisors, there's councils within the franchisee network that they create. So they're learning from each other, learning best practices, what to do and what not to do. Also, too, they are tied into each other's years of experience, whether someone's been doing it for a year or someone's been doing it for 10 years. Everyone is helping each other out. And that's the power that you want to sink into. And you don't want to go in there, like Nika said, and reinvent the wheel. Don't do that. That's a waste of time. The wheel has already been invented. You have a model. It's already set up. It's going. And you don't buy into a franchise if you're just going to hang it on the shelf. And that's like purchasing a treadmill and starting to hang your clothes on it. That's not what it's for. So you're not going to get anywhere if you don't use the system.
Jeff Bezos once said, don't focus on the things that change. Focus on the things that don't change, right? That's what he built Amazon around, was the principle that no matter what, people are going to want things to their homes, and they're going to want things quickly, and they're going to want it as cheap as possible. That's never going to change. And he built a platform around those tenets, right? What are the things that are never going to change? Kids are going to need help with math. That's never going to change, right? People are going to want the homes to look a little bit better than they do right now because they don't have the same tastes that people before, right? People are going to need help running their businesses, right? These things don't change. So we can go after, you add on the accoutrement like the AI and the whatever, but focus on a business that's never going to go out of style, right? I think that's more important.
Thank you so much. We are at the top of our hour. I just want to say that you guys were great. I love this conversation, and I aim to have more conversations like this because I do think it's a lack of just awareness. And I love doing things like this. Like people just need to know that there's different opportunities out there and need to know the good and bad. And I think that we did accomplish that tonight. So I really hope that everyone else found it insightful. And if there's any other follow-up questions, they could definitely reach out. So again, I'm Tamika at Precision Franchise, and my goals is to understand what your goals are and to try to make sure that we are aligning the types of businesses with your goals, with your the things that you really like doing, your transferable skills as well. What is it that you actually like doing, and really see if we have a fit. And I have resources also available on my website at precisionfranchise.com. And this is just for you to make sure that you have the information that you need before you move forward with anything. So let's stay connected.